What's up, y'all? We are finally live. Thank you for waiting for me. Sorry about the delay. Welcome to another episode of the Live with Purpose live streams. I'm Ron. I hope you guys are having a good time tonight. Everybody's in the chat popping off right now. Before we get to that, I just want to let you know that tonight we got an epic unboxing to do. We got new from Data Crew, never before seen. Maybe you saw it yesterday. I don't know, whatever. But new stuff from Data Crew. We've also got a Pixel Co opening and a Castle X Grayscale unboxing as well. So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna talk about all the things, and of course we'll be hitting up the chat. So if you're a member of the Purpose Group, go ahead and throw up those exclusive emotes. I want to see them. A little sneak peek. I got some stuff planned for emotes in the future. I'm adding a few more. I think it'll be fun for you guys. But let's get into it. First, Ian. Second, Eli. Third, Data Crew. What's up, y'all? How are you guys doing? Thank you for coming up. Thank you for waiting for me. I mean, I was trying to get on, and of course there had to be updates to the OBS, and of course internet's being super slow. So I think it might even be dropping a little bit right now. But damn, I'm the OB, hit 10K. Let's go. Barbarian Bronny says smash that like button. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dude, let's see. Let me get this in real quick. I want to make sure this is up and running. Can we smash that like button, please? Thank you. It really helps. Ian says 10K OB. Let's go. Hi, Tidy DC. Says, what up, Ron and friends? What's up, man? Brandon, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Trevor in the house. What's up, everyone? Keats, Live with Purpose. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, Ian says, good to see a lot of the crew here. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm super stoked to see a lot of the mains in here. As we get into a more consistent schedule, I'm expecting to see a lot more of you guys here on Friday nights. I think it'll be fun. I think it's a good slot. Let's see. Ian says, my knife plug, Chris. Chris is in the house. Chris Valdez, let's see. How's the place? What's up, man? How you doing? I haven't talked to you in a hot minute. I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone has awesome plans for the 4th. It's coming up right around the corner. What are y'all doing this weekend / on Tuesday? Hopefully you guys have the day. Well, of course y'all have the day off, but hopefully you guys have like the day before. It's weird it lands on a Tuesday this time, so there's like a potential for a long weekend. So that's pretty awesome. I know I'm having some food with some friends. Gonna kick it, keep it low key, but you know, see if we can catch some fireworks somewhere. But all right, let's get straight into it. I think we should be back. But we'll see. Okay, we should be back. Hopefully, you know, if I were skipping or anything at all, then it might be a little better now. But let me know in the chat if it's smoother now. I dropped out the bit rate a little bit just because. Okay, cool. Isaiah says it's buffering pretty good on my end. So hopefully it's better now that we're back online. Whatever you did, just fix it. Sick, Bubbles. Hey, by the way, thank you for being an enthusiast tier member of the Purpose Crew. I appreciate you, man. But check this out. This is the pre-order patch that comes through. This is pretty big. This is like, I want to say it's like 4" by 2.5, 4x3, 4x3. I don't know, but it's big. We'll see it on the Sling later. And this one in this package, I got this one too. Nice. It's like a close-up. You know what this reminds me of? For all you DC fans out there, it reminds me of The Killing Joke. It's that comic where Batman finally kills the Joker. Or no, they don't finally kill you. I don't think they. No, that's different. It's where like Batman finally goes insane because Joker finally got to him. He like kidnaps Commissioner Gordon and his daughter, and I think that's when the Commissioner's daughter becomes Oracle, right? She gets shot and handicapped. Oh, spoiler alert. Sorry. I hope you guys got that. This is a huge slap. Look at this thing. All day, every day carry. Look how big this is. My hand for reference, guys. This is a massive slap. I feel like I could stick it on my Nalgene bottle and just completely cover it. or stick it on your car, whatever you want to do. But look, man. Okay. All right. We're done stalling. Here it is. Oh, man. This is a big boy. Okay. Here we go. The Data Crew Sling in all its glory. Now, first things first, I love this loop field. It's massive. It's massive. Here, I'm gonna put some of the REs that I got on, and also some that I have lying around, and then just so you guys can see like what it looks like filled up. Of course, you know we gotta mess around with the configurations a little bit. Okay. All right, one thing I noticed that's interesting. Los, you got to clue me in a little bit here. So this patch comes with this sling on pre-order, right? But if I line up the patch on the loop field, like corner to corner like this, it goes past the edge of the loop field. So in order for it to fit, I would need to put it in sideways. Was this by design, or do you have other plans? Let me know. But because I'm fairly certain the patch is supposed to go this way, but then it like peeks out by, it like sticks out past the loop field by maybe half inch. But like I said, I'm gonna put everything on there so you guys can see the magic, and then we'll get into the breakdown. Gotta put my version 2 on there. I got my EDM. Got the Castle Grayscale Majin Buu. Okay, here. So you guys can kind of see, okay, this is where it ends, this is where it starts. And it's a huge loop field. I've never seen this before on any sling that I've personally tried or seen that's not like super military. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, I get the functional aspect of loop, especially with tactical backpacks that are taken, you know, in ruck packs and stuff like that. They need a large space, and usually it's paired with a molly setup, so you can put in, you know, med kits or whatever on there. So for like an urban setup, you know, a sleek minimal carry like this, I've never seen a loop field this big. So this is awesome for all us patch heads, because we are. Okay, so Los says that it's correct that it comes with the bag, but the patch is for the What a Slider. So okay, that makes a lot more sense now. So that way, here, I got a What a Slider right here. Handy enough, dude. All right, here we go. Perfect. Okay, so as you can see, it fits the What a Slider perfectly. Okay, and you know, mine's a little rounded just because I've used it a lot. I've put it in the bag a lot, so you know, corners are a little worn, but there it is, right there. That's on the What a Slider, right? And it covers the whole thing, kind of like an exclusive. Sick. I like that concept. So back to the sling. This is what it looks like on the loop field. First things first, I feel it. The ballistic nylon feels real smooth, and it's got a nice texture to it. You know what I mean? Smooth is definitely the word, because it's more polyester than it is, you know, like canvas or anything like that. So it feels more sleek, more like if you were to slide this into a backpack, it wouldn't have a lot of friction or catch on anything, especially if you have it on you or behind you too. Now, oh man, this is cool. It's almost like you get a free patch because it's woven in. This one is the identifier. This is the label, and I love that it's on the side here, and it's a strap. So you know, for all you carabiner people out there, myself included, you can easily hook something on here. Like let's say, usually I have my hand sanitizer bottle. I have like a refillable Orbikey 50 milliliter one that comes on a clip, and I would just clip that in there, especially when I'm going on my play dates with my little one. After we hit the playground, you got to make sure you have something to take care of those dirty hands. You know what I mean? The strap has the buckle here. Solid. I mean, there's a lot of solutions for buckles these days. I personally like fidlock configurations. However, I think like this is solid. You know what I mean? Like it's standard, it's clean, and that thing's not falling off. There's straps on the other side here. So this mirrors this side, right? It's the same setup. And oh, and then you have a secret compartment back here. This is the back side of the sling. So if you were to have it on, this would be really close to your chest right here. So this, I imagine, would be for those slim. Ooh, interior is nice. Got the orange. Black and orange in here. I like the high vis interior so you can see what's going on. Like for me, I like all blacked out gear. So if the inside of the bag is also black, it's gonna be a hard time rummaging through and finding things. But you know, taking a note, I feel like that's like a standard by now in like EDC carry. Orange is the way. Yes, so it's slim, so you can put your field notes, you can put, you know, cash, you can put, if you're traveling with this one, you can put your passport. It's designed for your valuables, I feel like, because it's closer to the chest, and this seems like it's Aqua Guard zippers. It might not be like, oh, it is YKK, so it could be it's either Aqua Guard or reverse coil. It's reverse coil for sure, but because see how close the seams are here, that could potentially be Aqua Guard YKK, and that'll make sure that all your gear stays nice and dry. On the front pocket here is the same treatment. Here, let's open this up. See what's inside. Orange as well. Inside, another streamlined pocket. This one is probably for your. I would probably set it up with things I reach for all the time. Like my smartphone's probably gonna go in there. Knife probably gonna go in there. So that way there's like an easy, quick draw. You know what I mean? All right, coming in here. The main compartment. Let's go. Oh, okay. There's a lot to chew on here. Okay, first things first. We've got a mesh pocket here. Same zipper treatment. Reverse coil at the very least. I think it's a different. Okay, so the outside zippers seem to be coated with some sort of wax or some sort of like a water repellent, I think. So it's closer to Aqua Guard. These are just standard reverse coil, so that way they don't get in the way when you're zipping it up. But you know, there's no use for waterproofing on the interior with that. So mesh pocket, and then I think this is where it gets interesting. We've got an organizer here. As you can see, we've got, it almost looks like the inside of a water slider. And I feel like that's part of the concept here. There's a lot of ways to organize your stuff. You can put some flashlights, multi-tools, Knipex XS pliers. You've got 2 loops here for your thicker boy stuff. And the clearance here, I mean, I don't have a tape measure, but the clearance here is more than a water slider. So anything you can fit in a water slider, obviously you have more height clearance here. So this opens the door for bigger Knipex pliers, for larger full-size multi-tools, even your bigger knives. So here's what it looks like with the operator in, showing just to see the height. And then if you grab something larger like this crate rack in here, notice how I said that correctly. it fits easily. Like, look at that. That will easily go in. You know what I mean? And you can either stick it in here. Oh, you know what? This is closed down here, so I'll probably just put it in here like that. Boom. Easy. Okay. And you know, you got some open pockets in here, half size. You got full size. Okay. Here we go. So you can actually pull this whole thing off. All your loop needs have been answered. Look at this. This is another full-size loop panel right here. I'm trying to get light to reflect off of it, but it's just straight black. So throw that on there. And here, I'll put this one here too. So this loop field is bigger than the one on the outside because this clears these 2 exclusive patches super easily. Like, it's right up, you can see. Like, there, it's top to bottom. Fits the loop. And then some, right? So I feel like this is the next move for Data Crew, but they're going to be releasing more of these, I feel like. Like, this is the full size that comes with the sling, but I feel like in the future they're going to offer half sizes, quarter sizes, so you can really make this your own. Make it modular. So you can figure out, okay, what loadout works best for you. Is there something that you can switch in, switch out, and possibly, you know, store in the water slider as well, you know what I mean? And I think that idea, I think we talked about it a little bit. The fact that there's a loop feel on the interior here is already kind of like the idea being seeded or planted, where, you know, you've got an exterior loop field for your patches, your REs, but in here is something for you, you know what I mean? Like your most precious patches, or even something more functional. Like, let's say in the future they release, oh, like check this out right here. Boom. Case in point. So you could take this off. We're having a loop. We're having a hook and loop party up in here. You can put this in here, and all of a sudden you have additional ways to organize your stuff, right? Let's say you have a water slider and you're rocking that alongside the sling. You can easily swap out the two, take it off of this organization pocket, slap it on here if you have need for more, you know, holsters for your smaller tools, your flashlights, what have you, and that goes in there. Very easily swapped out. And let's say, for example, you have, for whatever reason, okay, well, whatever. Okay, yeah, here we go. So let's say for whatever reason, your go-to most used kit is this precision driver made of Ultim and these Bongos lip balm. Like, that's your go-to. You can't go anywhere with this, all right? Let's say you head to the grocery store and you want to take your water slider. You slap that on there, head out. You're all set. And let's say you come home and you're like, oh, you know what? I'm about to head out with my boys for the night. I'm going to need my whole sling. You just slap this out, slap this out. I don't know what that means. You take that out, then you slap it in here, and you don't have to worry about taking this off. I know, you know, it's just one or two more steps, but the concept is there, right? Where you don't have to completely pack your stuff A to Z every single time. You can just say, okay, I want this piece coming out, putting it in here. So I see the modularity, I see the use of it for sure. And this whole thing wraps up quite nicely. So I definitely want to see some zipper pulls on this thing for sure. I know the water slider had like, oh, see here, check it out. I was reaching for these subconsciously, these things, you know? And it's just like thin paracord, and then there's some heat shrink on there after a knot. So it looks clean. I kind of want to do that with like a snake knot moving forward. Like I'll tie a snake knot, but then add that extra layer of heat shrink. But anyway, I'd love to see that on these zippers because I immediately reached for it. But, you know, it is what it is. And I think another thing, too, especially since, you know, I run the orbit key, so I'm not about the jingle at all. So that I'm going to change up for sure. But, I mean, as the latest offering from Data Crew that, you know, pays homage to the Pouch Boys and throws it up in this sling with this much loop, this is cool, man. Lois, Milk, I like where you're going with this. This is cool. I'm gonna have to try this boy on real quick. I gotta have the test. You know what I mean? Okay, let's size. Okay, I haven't said anything in the comments in a long time, but let's see. Okay. Ian says I might have to snag a sling if they're gonna be a staple like the small fry, What a Slider Junior. Yeah, for sure, man. Any plans to explore different colors? TV answered. You know what more colors later, says Lowe's. Exciting. Brandon says the loop is so good on everything you make, Data Crew. Dude, it hooks, man. It hooks hard. So there's different applications, right? So for example, I have my whole entire RE book here, and this is from One Tigress, and the loop is super fine. So if I were to rip something off of this, it's easy. But the whole point of the book is to keep your REs intact, right? And then when you want to pull it out, you don't want to damage the hook, so you easily take that out. However, if you're on the go, you have a sling, and you're worried about, you know, your prized patches falling off or getting snagged on something, having something that really grabs onto it and keeps it, that's really your priority. And I feel like they definitely sourced it well. Mia says, love it. Yeah, it's great. Eli says, I'll take that patch if you don't want it. Hey, let's chill out, Eli. Hey, let's relax. Let's see. Ian says, you do a purple sling, I'm in. You hear that? Ian's all about the purple juice. Let's go. Brandon says he ran out of room to store patches, about to have the Cherry Junior, and that makes Data Crew pouch number 8. 3 AGPs and some random others. How many pouches do you have? I personally have like, I think in the rotation, like 3. You know, like I have more, but it's more for the gram and more for exploration. But I think just mainly in the rotation is 3, man. Ian's jammed his Malibu into a What Slider. Yeah, I bet you have. I'll bet you have, man. All right, let's see. How do you guys put on your slings? So what I usually do is I just toss this over my back and then hook it on here. So there that goes. That. Oh, it fits well. It fits well, actually. I'm going to have to dial in the fit a little bit and obviously do a stand test walking around, but That's how it go. Oh, nice. On your back, the Data Crew logo is visible. That's sick. I like that. That's a nice touch. Because, like, you know, when you have it out front, typically you're rummaging around in it. And, you know, you're checking your patches, opening it up, grabbing your knife and stuff like that. And then when it's on your back, you're not doing anything with it, right? So to have the Data Crew front and center, that's pretty sick. Silly Nugs, Letty in the house. What's up? Can it fit an iPad mini, you think? I think so. Because an iPad mini, I would say the iPad mini is about the size of a Kindle, right? It's like this big. That would definitely fit in here. Oh, yeah, for sure, definitely. But I think if you were to put it in here, though, it would have to be free floating, or because I don't know if it's gonna fit in that mesh pocket, because the mesh pocket kind of dials in the height a little bit. So if you were to put the iPad mini in here, I would recommend putting it in a sleeve and then sliding it into the main compartment, and it would just float in there. Not that it's gonna float around like crazy, because it's pretty. It'll take up most of the height and the width. You'll be able to fit other stuff in, of course, because iPad mini is like super thin. But you would have to put it in the main compartment for sure. Let's see. One thing I noticed is this would be cool. I mean, I want to hear if Los is still. I want to get your take on this, Los. So when I open up a sling, right? Let's say I want to grab something out of here. I would naturally want to like pull down on it and then go into the pocket. But the way it's designed here, you have to pull up to open. So I could see why you might want to pull up on it, because naturally gravity dictates, like if you snag on it or something and you like get caught and then you come down on it, it'll close it instead of automatically open it. Like if it was the other way around and you got snagged on something and you like put your arm down real quick, then instead of opening it, it would keep it closed. So I get that. However, I think like when I kind of come up here, my hands are already here from bringing the sling up. I'd want to like unzip it and go in and then zip it back up here. But it's a reverse. I mean, it's a small minor issue. I'm a bag like nerd. Nerd's not the right word. I would say like snob. I'm a bag snob. Sorry, bro. I'm gonna dive into it. I love it. But you know, I gotta keep it real with you. For sure. So the inside though, funnily enough, is the zippers up here. So if you wanted to get into it, you would pull down on it and then get in. And then zip it back up. So the user interface here is good, but the user interface here, I feel like it might be better served the other way around. I don't know. Let me know what you think. All American Makers in the house. Brendan, how you doing, man? Isaiah says, not much. Data Crew, living the dream. Nice. Brandon says, for those who ordered the slings, you can get double-sided hook panels. Then cut to size and slap on your pouches and integrate your pouches to the interior loop panels of the sling. Oh, so you can like reverse the adhesion, slap it on there. Can you imagine? Like, this could probably fit 3 Wada sliders on here. Before you know it, it's gonna look like a bomb vest or something. I mean, yeah, that's a lot. You Pimpy says, can it run Doom though? Maybe the N64 version. Oh, you're talking about the Armatron watch. Very nice. That Isaiah was talking about, for sure. Mikey says he's convinced he needs a sling bag. Nice, man. Nice bag. I would say start with purpose, dude. You know, obviously we live with purpose here, so that means we custom tailor our loadouts to suit our needs, no more, no less. So first, see if you really need one. And then, you know, digest the hype and get into it. And I'm sure you'll pick this up if you need a sling. So there you go. Ian says, RIP a Luke EDC patch for my small fry. Did you lose your small fry? Micah says, thank you for doing that idea, Data Crew. By the way, glad someone did it. The removable stuff? I mean, I feel like that's the logical next step for EDC. You know what I mean? Like, the first step is figuring out what you need, right? And then the second step is to surround yourself with the gear you need to satisfy that goal of yours, right? And then the third step, because you know we're all multifaceted people, is to make that pouch or sling or bag or whatever modular, so you can customize it for different purposes, right? Because then that's like the level 3. Because the level 2, let's say you have one purpose, you would get a loadout suited for that purpose. Whereas You know, if you could take that one bag, one sling, and custom tailor it to multiple purposes, then you save money, then you're able to expand your usage of the bag, you know, then you can really get into like the really premium, well-made, aesthetically pleasing bags and slings such as this one, you know what I mean? And so, you know, I'm gonna have to definitely put this through its paces. Obviously, this is the first time I'm putting it on, so I can't speak on the durability, I can't speak on, you know, the long-term usage of it. So definitely expect more of this sling on the channel, and as we go through it, as we use it on a regular basis, we can start to talk about that and get a sort of more well-rounded review. Data Crew Low says, correct, Ron. Also, it's a safety thing. I think you feel more if someone trying to jack you. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. So definitely from a security standpoint, I get that. That way, it's not so easily someone could just like yank at it. You know what I mean? So I like that. Intentional. As long as the design is intentional, that's all I care about. Al says, evening, y'all. Finally caught a stream where I'm not exhausted from the work week. That's sick, man. I'm glad you're able to end this Friday in a chill, relaxed way to ring in the 4th weekend, right? Let's see. Uh-oh. Brandon in the house. Everyday Minimalist, we here. What's up, man? Thank you for coming through. Thank you for stopping by. I don't think you've seen this before. You know, I'm glad you're here so you can see, you know, get your first impression on this sling, because I don't think you've seen this before. So I'm glad you're here to check it out and and to hear my impression on it. I'm just playing, man. Thank you for coming through. Just dropping by to say hi before our nightly walk. You go on that walk, man. Get that nature. Go offline. Be chill. Thank you for stopping by. Isaiah says his house doesn't have AC. It's 83 in here right now. Oof. That's rough. Brandon, how did you get the name Triple OG? I know Marine X calls you that. Data Crew Low said Triple OG in the house. So how did you get that name? I know why people call me Quack. It's pretty obvious, but Ian says Brandon unboxed one. I know. That's the whole joke. Okay? I got this and I was literally planning to unveil it tonight, and then Brandon's live yesterday and he popped it off and I was like, damn it. Anthony says, what's up, EDM? What's up, Anthony? Glad you could make it, man. Glad you're chilling. Ian says, now walk it out. I think I told this story already, but in college, my freshman year, a buddy of mine wrote "Quack It Out" on every single whiteboard dorm room door, and it was great. I was like, I didn't walk out of that room for like a week afterwards, but but yes, the sling fits well, looks awesome. Love the fact that you can customize the hell out of it. I'm looking forward to really diving into it and seeing what's up. Thank you, Los, for sending this out for us to check out. We're gonna have to do a deep dive real soon, make some content on it, of course. But this turned out great, man. This turned out great. I mean, there's a little nuances here too. You've got extra loops here in the corner, not in the loop field, just loops, so you can hook more stuff onto it, make it even more modular. I mean, it looks solid, bro. Double stitched, pinned. This opening is nice because it comes all the way to the bottom, so you have a big old clamshell opening versus it's almost lay flat. I think just limitations of the fact that the bottom here is wider just because it's a bigger bag, so it just has to have a bigger footprint for it to like sit down and stand. If it's not, you know, if you don't have anything in it, it's got a bigger footprint, so it won't be able to lay completely flat like the water slider can, but it's basically flat. So when you're loading it up, you can just set it down on your table and it sits like this, so you don't have to like rummage around in it or be limited by seams that end halfway through like a lot of other slings I've seen. So this is dope, man. I think the next step is to release a bigger sling that has dividers in here as well. So not only do you have the mesh pocket and the modular organizer, but you see the seam here? I was reaching in for it. And going, oh, maybe there's a divider there where I can put something else in there. So that might be the next step, man. But dude, I can totally see you starting to play with like X-Pack materials, different materials to kind of deck this out, because you have the base material here. You've got, I mean, the zippers are clean. The YKK is a nice touch. And then in here, you've got loop, you've got mesh. I feel like you can definitely start playing around with like different materials for the pockets as well. So it can start storing different things. But man, y'all knocked it out with this one. I like this. I like this. Woo! Check that out. So, let's see. When will this be available? Like when will, I think it's shipping within 2 weeks, I think, right? For the pre-order. After the pre-order, what are your plans, Los, if you're still here, for making it just like available on a general basis? I gotta make sure. You know what? I'm gonna just take the patches off of here because I know as soon as I put that sling back in the bag or back in the box, I'm just gonna forget that the slings are in here, and that's it. I'm pretty sure this is the only V2 I have left. Y'all killed it with that drop. It was sold out within like, I don't know, 4 days. Thank you so much to everyone who got a V2. I hope you guys are enjoying the hell out of that. That, man. Fun fact, this is the way I designed the patch, because it's an L and then a P, right? Because we live with purpose. And then our boy Brandon was wearing it on his sling like this, which is cool. I mean, I like it because it's the heart, you know what I mean? It looks like a heart. And, you know, spread the love. I love it. I love it. But it's upside down, bro. For everyone who didn't know what the orientation of the patch was, that's it. And I mean, you could rock it this way. I know Ian rocks it this way just because it fits with other patches better. Like, for example, like, look at the two squares, like, side by side. So these two datum lines are preserved. They're intact, right? So I could see it. I could see it being rocked that way. But honestly, man, I'm gonna have to revert to my original policy of you wear it how you like it. You know, it's your pin, it's your patch. You do what you like. You do what you like. High Tide EDC is now a member of the Purpose crew. Shouting out his 3 months, he says, "Thank you for all the amazing content you create. Your hard work doesn't go unnoticed. Cheers to 3 months as an enthusiast." High Tide EDC, Mr. Brandon, thank you. Thank you for being an enthusiast tier member. I appreciate you. I wouldn't be able to do this without you, without all of your guys' support, watching this video, hitting that like button, becoming a member of the Purpose crew. Dude, all of that meshes together. Ian says, "Ron, I don't know if you answered me. Did you get the Stacks Navy V1? I'm sorry, I think I saw Navy and then I was in the middle of a sentence and I glossed over it. I did not get the Stacks Navy V1. What is that? Is that an RE or is that a cap? What is that? Luke EDC in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long while either. Brandon says, "God damn it, no." Got me. Yeah, I gotta call you out, bro. I gotta call you out. You wore my patch upside down for months. And while I respect it, I showed you how I did it. I showed you how I did it, all right? Okay. That is the Data Crew unboxing. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Moving right along. Here, you know what? I'm gonna open this one next. This is the Castle Grayscale package. I got it, truth be told, I got it like a week ago, I think. So it's been sitting because I wanted to open it on stream. And it's not like the new, but it's relatively new. So this is the side quest set that he was talking about. And I'm a huge RPG fan. So like Final Fantasy was my first video game, Final Fantasy 7 to be completely accurate. For those of you who are familiar, the way you save progress in that game, you have to walk up to certain save points, open the menu, and hit save. Otherwise, if you do it at any other point in the game, anywhere else, the save button will be grayed out. So you can't save unless you're at a save point. 9-year-old me, I did not understand that. So, you know, I played through the whole like first act in one sitting. And, you know, I hit up the boss, which is the guard scorpion, and he has this weird mechanic where, like, if he raises his tail, you have to stop attacking him. Otherwise, he's going to hit you with a Kamehameha, and you're going to die. You're going to just, your whole party gets wiped. And I didn't know that. So I was just like, oh, his tail's up. Let me just kill him really fast. So I would play more and attack more. Sure enough, he busts out his tail laser and just destroys me. And I wipe. You know, I game over. But because I didn't know how to use the save point, I had to start the whole game over. So I think the first month that I had that game, Final Fantasy 7, I straight up played the first act from the very first second of the game to when I died of the guard scorpion, over and over and over again. Like, I mean, I had diligence back then, but man, it sucked. It sucked. I think we got to a point where like my dad literally took me, the PlayStation, the game back. This is a black mage. This is the chocobo. If you don't know what any of this means, just ignore me for the next minute or two. I'm just geeking out. But we got Tifa. Who you got? Tifa or Eris or Aerith? Who you got? Got the other set right here. Got Eris. Who you got? I want to know. Team Tifa or Team Eris? All I gotta say is they did Eris dirty by the end of disc 1. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this. How many of you guys are actually like gaming fans? Like, how many of you play RPGs or have heard of Final Fantasy? Let's go. I want to know. Oh man, I should have added a third option of nobody knows what the heck. Nobody knows. Anyway. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do that now. I want to make sure. I want to get a feel. Who you got? Because if I keep talking about games and you guys don't know, then I'm not gonna bother anymore with gaming stuff. Oh, can you add a third option? You can't add a third option? Come on, bro. All right, whatever. There it is. Nap Sale official with the $40.99 super chat says, I made it. I hope you're good, man. Eric, thank you for coming through. Thank you for the super chat. You're directly supporting me and my endeavors to document my EDC journey here on YouTube. And I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, man. Every bit helps. And I'm just having fun, man. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a lot of stuff planned this July 4th weekend. It's going to be a good time. Man, it really is going to be fun. Like, you know, depending on what you got. Oh my god. What's happening here? Data Crew with a $50 super chat. Thank you again, Ron. Going to release a couple more pre-orders for the Purpose Crew. Man, thank you so much. Going to release a couple more pre-orders. Does that mean that you're going to drop it here during the stream? Or are you going to let us know? Give us the exclusive. But Los, Milk, Data Crew, thank you so much for supporting me. Oh my god, I can't even, like, every bit helps, man. And I love working with you guys and just chatting it up about EDC, just thinking about it, you know, like the concept of everyday carry. Just talking about, I know you got your day-to-day, I've got my day-to-day, and on the phone literally yesterday or 2 days ago, we were talking about it, and it's just like, we have this passion for everyday carry, and we're doing our best to carry it out in different ways, you know, on the live stream, through products, stuff like that. But sometimes life is just like, it hits in waves, you know what I mean? It's going, sometimes it's crazy, sometimes it's chill. So I feel you on that. Nav Sale Official, Data Crew, thank you so much for your super chats. I am very, very grateful for you guys. Thank you. Eli says, video games, I bet I could crush you at Mario Kart. Challenge accepted, Luke. Or Eli. Challenge is accepted. I'm gonna destroy you. What's your favorite track? I like Rainbow Road. It's fun. I'm kidding. I'm trash at Mario Kart. I'm better at Smash Brothers though. I don't know. I just pretend like I'm good. I'm really not. Jeremy Eloy says, FF is the best. Hell yeah, man. I love Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 7 was my first love. But 8 was cool. It was like futuristic, you know, with like the floating schools and just the whole premise of it, you know, like the tech married with the magic and all that stuff. Final Fantasy 9 was cool because it was like, it was almost more throwback. It was more like Renaissance era type thing. And, you know, the premise was really cool. I think I tried to 100% clear FF9 when I was in like grade school. And it was like, it was rough. It was rough, but I did it, I think. Or I got like 90 something, 94% something. Sheesh. All right. Barbarian Brawny member for 4 months says, thank you for everything you do, Ron. Thank you. Thank you, Mikey. I appreciate you supporting me through the Purpose Crew for 4 months, man. And you're a mod. You got promoted, bro. Data Cruz says, yes, only 4 left. We were sold out on the pre-orders earlier today. Save some for the live. Oh, man, that's excellent. So for all of you people who have not pre-ordered the Data Crew Sling just yet, there are 4 left. And Los reserved it just for us. So if you haven't gotten it, might want to get on it because after this stream, they might be gone. They might be gone. Luke asked if anyone's snagging an AGP or 2 tonight. I didn't know he dropped another one. Which, I think I saw the story on it, but I didn't look clearly enough. Which variants did he drop, Luke? Ian Coates, member for 4 months. Thank you for being an enthusiast tier member of the Purpose Crew. Mario Kart 64 is goated. Also 4 months. Has it been 4 months already? That's wild, man. Like, I feel like it was just like a couple weeks ago that I started memberships, and I was just like, you know what? I want to add a little extra value here. Throw some emotes, release some videos early, and just have a good time with people. And here we are. Here we are 4 months later. That's freaking wild. So, okay, let me finish up with these REs. I'll throw them on the Sling. So that way you guys can see this entire Castle Grayscale release on the Sling. And I bet it fits. I bet all of it fits on this prime real estate that we got right here. For real. Let's see. Serial Hobbyist says, I never played any of those games. Ah, it's cool, man. It's not for everyone. It's definitely like slower paced at points because RPGs, role-playing games, you really have to like you have to like digest the story, and you know, you got to be into it, you know what I mean? It's not like a racing game or an FPS where you can just pick it up and go. You really have to like be interested in the story because I mean, I've played RPGs where it's just like I never finished them because I just didn't enjoy the story. That was the biggest takeaway. If you don't enjoy the story, what is the point? You know what I mean? What is the point? All right, we almost done. Just want to make sure all of these are on here. And we got room to spare. Look at this. Look at this. My God. I'm pretty sure we could fit the entire set. Do we have the other set? Maybe we can fit the entire set. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Uh-oh, we may not be able to fit the entire set. Alright, it's cool. It's cool. But y'all know what I mean. Like, look at that. This is how I'm gonna run this Sling for the first like week. Gotta pay homage to all my gamer bros and sis. All my gamer peeps, y'all out there. Yes. Black Mage, White Mage, Chocobo, Rocker, and then, I mean, I think there's not enough room, but you've got the Moogle, right? Save Moogles from FF9 and onwards. You got the Phoenix Down. You know what's funny? In grade school, when I learned about Phoenix Down, it's basically an item you use when one of your characters dies, and you give them the Phoenix Down, and then they revive. I didn't know what a Phoenix was, and I didn't know what down was. Like, I just thought it was like down, and then they come up from the grave. I don't know. But Phoenix Down, you know, because phoenixes are birds that are like burned to ash, and then they're reborn in flames, right? They rise from the ashes or something like that, right? So that is a feather from a phoenix, or otherwise known as down. So Phoenix Down. So I finally made that connection in like college. Like, I didn't sit down and actually think about it and go, what does this mean? What does this actually mean? Earl Lullabird in the house. What the? I just missed this. Gifted 5 memberships. Earl always coming through, supporting the Purpose Crew. Let's see. Serial Hobbyist, Cutting Miniac, Aero Velocity, and Joe Paluski are all new members of the Purpose Crew. And Michael R. Thank you, Earl. Thank you, Earl. The man with an immense generosity. Just throwing it up. Throwing it up. Thank you, Earl. Thank you for spreading the love of the Purpose Crew into the world with these 5 new recruits. I appreciate it, man. Ryan Flegel says, it's crazy to think how I've been watching you for about 7 months now. Saw one of your Christmas gift videos and immediately subbed. Dude, thank you, man. Wow. That's crazy. I think, like, having these conversations where, like, we actually talk about the journey to now, it's just mind-blowing, you know what I mean? Especially at Blade Atlanta too, where, like, I think I definitely talked. Oh, dude, I saw this and I had to Let's see. Yeah. So I definitely talked to a lot of like viewers and subs to the channel that actually showed up at Atlanta. They just walked up to me and were like, "Hey, good to see you." Like Ethan Curry walked up to me and was just like, "What's up, man? Do you know me? I'm Ethan for your live streams." And I was just like, "Wow, this is crazy." And you know, a bunch of you came up to me. That was just the only name that came up to me just right then. But like, it was surreal. It was surreal actually, like interacting with you guys and just talking to you, just shooting the shit. You know what I mean? Because we're at Blade Show, everyone's excited, everyone's stoked, and it was just a good time. And wow, humbled. Ian said style. Okay, I'm gonna leave that on the sling because that's how I kind of want to wear it. Oh man, all right. Let's give Ron some commotion for 22 lives deep so far. Dude, Ian, for real, right? I started numbering them because I was like, you know what? I think it'd be fun to get to like 100 or like 500. You know what I mean? We're a fifth of the way there already. To 100, not 500. But I got some plans for live streams. You know what I mean? Chilling, casual Q&A, chatting it up in the chat is fun. But I also want to like do fun stuff with you guys. Like last stream, I posted a Q&A on my Instagram stories, so you guys could just ask whatever questions you want. If you guys want to, I'll definitely I'll do that again right now mid-stream, so you guys can like kind of jump into it. But dude, it's fun. It's fun like interacting with you guys on that level because you guys have another layer of which you can interact and kind of give back to the community and like voice your opinions or, you know, like throw out your perspectives. And that's what I want. Like this is a forum where I get to interact with you through my like video feed, but I also want you guys to interact back at me. And that way we can have a discourse or have a discussion or just, you know, straight up chill. Let's see. Ian Coates says, I feel like I've known Ron my whole damn life. Nice, man. Thank you. Jeremy says, I have a love-hate relationship with 8 because the save data corrupted when I was about to go on the last disc. Oh, that's rough. That's a rough experience to have. And you've invested so much time. It's like, man, just forget it. I'm not even down. Let's see. Okay, Luke said that the Notorious EDC drop was reruns of the OD and the Blackout, and I think he said it's sold out in minutes. Nice. Oh, Brandon said it's sold out in minutes. That's awesome. Tom's doing some amazing stuff. Speaking of AGPs, we are giving one away as a part of my 20K giveaway. I'm prepping for that, okay? Like, it's on the table right now. Check this out. For those of you who want, you know, a little bit of a sneak peek. Can y'all see that? Oh man, I hate when it does this. That is a whole table of giveaway stuff. If you look closely, you can see a few slings. You can see a Data Crew vintage orange vinyl water slider. You can see an Orbit Key nest, a whole bunch of patches. Luke EDC threw in his hat with his pouch slut and his pouch. Is it pouch shit number 1? There's a ton. All American Maker stuff. Okay, and the way it's gonna work, it's gonna be 3 winners, and each winner will have just a grab bag of a ton of stuff. Okay, I haven't calculated the total like cost of everything or like the value of everything, but it's gonna be big. 20K was huge for me, and I want to give back. I want to thank you guys for getting me here, and I appreciate your support to the utmost. And the way it's gonna work is I'm gonna post a giveaway video breaking down everything that you can win, and the way you can basically enter is just comment below. You know, you're gonna have to watch the video for exact details on how to enter, but comment below on that video when the time comes, and then we're gonna do a live stream just like this, and we're gonna do drawings live right here, so that way, you know, you can see firsthand who wins, and we'll get all this gear out to you. I'm finally stoked about doing this. Okay, here we go. I gotta get back. I keep losing my spot because you guys are amazing. Mia says, sweet. Brandon says, Earl back at it again. Dude, Earl's a gangster. Let's see. Yeah, you Pimpy says, there's a spot for the V2 patch right in the middle. Yes, you're right. And it looks great in there. High Tide EDC says we need the Live with Purpose version 2 Ari as an emoji. There you go. That's an idea right there. I gotta do it. Ian says it was a mind F standing feet away from Ron. Yo, we were chilling. It was as if we knew each other for years because we were just standing there in a circle with all the elites. And High Tide was there. Balin was there. I don't even know if like Alpha Prime EDC or Blade Brigade EDC's here tonight, but they were all there. Ian says, and we buffer. Oh no. Okay, hopefully it's good now. Let's see. Mikey says, 2+ years ago, I found a video of you putting gray paracord on your Para 3 and inspired me to do the same knots and everything. Yeah, I feel like that popped off, like, numbers-wise. And I feel like a lot of people have, like, come to the channel because of that video. And they keep hounding me for a new one. So I think I have to, like, put it up there finally. But my Para 3 looks like this now. It's completely different. If this will focus at all. It looks completely different. I got Flightanium on there. I took the bead off because I needed to take the bead off in order to put the Flightanium scales on. But I'm gonna have to redo that snake now. I don't even have the same shade of gray anymore for it. So I'm gonna have to like resource that gray and put it back on. Or, you know, go with the new configuration completely. I don't know yet. Ryan says, not gonna lie, Bronny, I have used that video for my eyes multiple times now. Yes. Serial Hobby says, huge fan. Dude, thank you guys. Dude, this is huge. Eli says, what did you think of the new Spider-Man movie? Have you also seen the trailer for the new movie Gran Turismo? I can't wait for that. To answer your first question, I loved Across the Spider-Verse. It was amazing. Everything short of me buying the shoes itself. You can go and ask Chris Valadez, House of Blades. He bought the shoes, and he watched the movie with the shoes in the theater, and turns out that there's glow-in-the-dark elements to the shoe, which is amazing. But personally, I think it was a little too loud for me, the shoes, so it doesn't really fit with my style. I did wear the Shadow 2.0s to watch the movie, which, trivia here for you, is the same pair of shoes that Tom Holland wore. He's the MCU Spider-Man. He wore it in movie number 2. No. 3. He wore it in 3. It was the scene where he was chilling on the rooftop of the school with MJ. And he was chilling. And he was wearing those 2.0s. And I have them. So, Across the Spider-Verse, no spoilers. It was a dope movie. It was so dope. And it was just action-packed from beginning to end. I want to watch it again. And, you know, just to soak in any details I might have missed. But definitely recommend if you guys are into Spidey, into MCU. I want to go there. And Gran Turismo, I did see the new trailer for it. It's freaking cool, man. Oh my god, it's cool. The fact that like they take gamer drivers and throw it into the real like F1 circuit, sick. I definitely want to see it just for the action. And it was loosely, I hear that it's actually like a true story. Like loosely, I don't know. Omar says, I pulled the trigger on Air products because of you, man. Keep it up, Ron. Hell yeah, Air is dope. They make really like sleek, minimal commuter style bags. They do commuter stuff, they do travel stuff. They recently released a travel collection. I think that's their most recent collection. And I have the Air Sling Go Sling 2, which is like a 0.7 liter sling. It's like this big, just enough room for your essentials. And it's an entirely different sling than, you know, obviously the Data Crew one because it's made for a different purpose. But yeah, Air products are tops. Happy Knife says, what's up? All popping in to say what's up. What's up, Happy? How you doing, man? Thank you for coming through. I know everyone's busy. It's Friday, so people are probably preparing for the weekend. Oh, Ian asked, where's the Pixel unboxing? Sorry, I got carried away. All right, we're about to do this Pixel unboxing. Shouts to Anthony Diaz. So this one, I straight up bought this thing. Okay, I mean, I entered into the lotto, and I won. And I was stoked because this one, it's funny that we're talking about gaming because this is the Portal variant. And if you guys don't know what Portal is, it's a Steam game. And basically the premise is you wake up and you're in a cell. You don't know what the hell's going on. Oh, here we go, baby. And you don't know what's going on. And all you have is like I don't know if you start with it or somebody breaks you out of the cell and then you are given the portal gun. But basically, it's a portal gun. So you shoot one portal, and it's the A portal, like the blue one. And then you shoot a second one, and it's the orange one. It's the B portal. So you walk through portal A, and you come out through the second portal. And so it's basically a puzzle game. You know, you go through the levels trying to escape this prison or laboratory facility. The cake is a lie. But you're basically trying to escape, and there's all these like kill tests and barriers you have to overcome with this portal gun, and you can do a bunch of different things with it, which is amazing. But all right, here we go. Oh, that's sick. That could be a patch right there. It's very like Yoshizaki vibes, like Yoshizaki Castle Grayscale vibes. All right, ready? Oh no. How do I open this thing? Is this a puzzle box? It's not. Okay, here we go. That's what's in there. And already my Keeb nerdiness is tingling because this is a switch puller and a cap puller in one. Awesome, awesome. Got some slaps. You know what's funny? I've never used a single one of these slaps. Like all the Castle Grayscale slabs, like this one, I'm not gonna stick on anything. It's just gonna be straight up like collecting. Got pixel sticker. Oh my god, look at the thing. This will be a sick patch too. We've got a COA card. And in case y'all didn't know, it's real as F. Signed by the man himself. Alright. Finally. The cake is a lie. The cake is a lie, guys. Ah. Ooh, here we go, baby! Look at this thing. Please look at this thing. Oh my god. You got the P for Pixel Co. You got the cake. So the story behind the cake is like, I guess when you're locked in the prison, every year they give you a cake. They say, oh, happy birthday. We have a cake for you in the other room, but, you know, for whatever reason, you can't, you know, we can't break you out for safety reasons, so we'll enjoy the cake for you. And you never get to see the cake. And so the whole premise is the cake is a lie because you never get to see the cake. But apparently it's there. And then look, I have the laser etching on the side. Can I get this? The portal. And I love this because it looks like you're walking out of one frame and it looks like you're coming in through the other. So look at that. Oh, dude, it's just like the details, man. Same on the other side. Right? And I know y'all are just waiting to hear this thing. And the cake is a lie. So once you break out of the prison, you go behind the walls and stuff. You're in like the non-sterile part of the prison. Like you see escapees, like former escapees are scrawling things on the walls like arrows to help point you in the right direction to escape. And on one of the walls is scrawled, the cake is a lie. So that's the whole thing. I hope I didn't ruin it for you guys. Are you ready? That is, oh, feels good, man. I love the sound. Y'all hear that? Y'all heard that, right? Sheesh. Oh my god, that's nice. Here, I got another like double clicker. This is from Zero Feud. It's anodized aluminum, and you could. I got this at Blade Show because you can customize your own. So side by side, this is what they look like, and just, you know, all drama aside, whatever, I don't know. I just have two clickers here for you to compare and contrast. Like, immediately, the pixel is just like deeper, heavier, better sounding, better feeling. And there's just nuances to the build that are just, that just make it stand out. To put it in contrast though, this is like 180 something, 170 something. This is 50, right? So obviously it's different price points. But back to the pixel. My god, feel this. I mean, I wish you could feel this thing. I'm gonna do this all day. I'm gonna annoy the hell out of my wife with this one. But that is the portal. That is the portal pixel. Oh my god. Everything is on point about this package too. Like foam packaging, COA card is not. Oh yeah, you can see the backside of this. Let's go. Look at that. I love it. I love it. It's so sick. So sick. Oh my god. Trev says, OB, I think it's the best one. The vid Tom did adding the oil to the micarta really made it pop. You're talking about the Kingpin, right? Are you guys stoked to see the flipper Kingpin? That's going to be wild. That's going to be next level, dude. Like, I mean, I think it was the Kingpin that really made me love slip joints. And I've always been a fan of flippers. That's how I started. That's how, you know, that's my jam. And to see like a flip to know that a flipper Kingpin is coming out, I'm excited to see how that will look, because a big part of the Kingpin was the walk and talk and just like the feel of it, right? The intentionality of it. But with the flipper, it's gonna be faster. It's gonna be faster action, so it's gonna be interesting. Luke says he's gonna miss my OG gray Para 3. Yeah, man. Gone are the days. It's been in my pocket for years, so I had to switch it up, you know what I mean? Bug Out M390 says, what's up, Ron? What's up, Bug Out? How you doing, man? Good, how you doing? Oh, let's see. Sounds like a cartoon crab. What sounds like a cartoon crab? The the clicker? The thing? It does. Brandon says Thok with Quack. Ron Thok. There you go. There you go. We're playing a rhyme game now. I'm not gonna read that price tag. Ian, get out of here. Ian says, Ron, I got mad-ish to tell you about all that stuff. Yeah, man, lay it on me. Lay it on me in DMs or in the Elites chat, because like, you know, like I told him I wanted to unbox it and get my first impressions on the Pixel and then really chat it up, because like we geeked out about gaming, we geeked out about being a maker, we geeked out about all of that. So we're gonna talk. Brandon says he's gonna buy it all. Yeah, that's the point. Ian says, I'm bummed I didn't score the Portal Alt F, but I'm happy Ron did. Yeah, man, I think it was just what, 10 winners? And I don't win all the time, obviously. I definitely lucked out. You Pimpy says it sounds better because it's metal. Well, it's interesting because the acoustics all depend on how it's built as well. Because like, you know, one is the aluminum, the other one is a titanium one, which are both like lightweight metals, but it's really like the cavity inside, like how much room is there on the inside for the sound to reverberate. And then on top of that, the type of switch matters as well, because, you know, quick 30-second breakdown, mechanical keyboards are comprised of mechanical switches. So instead of like rubber membrane or like scissor, oh my god, this is really getting sexual. But instead of different types of switches, it's a mechanical switch that actually has an actuation and a spring and all that stuff. And so there's three types. There's a red MX switch, which is a linear one with no bumps. It's smooth, travels straight down, straight up. There's a second switch is tactile, which is traditionally the brown MX switch. MX being the nomenclature that one of the biggest reputable keyboard companies or key switch companies, Cherry MX, uses that name. But anyway, the brown switch is tactile, so that one has a little bump on its travel down. So when you press it, there's a little sound and feel on the way down from top position to bottom position. And then finally there's the blue MX switches, which is the clicky ones. This has a big bump, and that's where you're gonna get the most sound, and it's the loudest. It's gonna annoy everyone in your office if you have a keyboard with blue MX switches in it. And then from there, you have a ton of different third-party makers doing different things. There's Kale, there's Zelios, there's so many different makers out there that have different switches, and it gets nuts. It's a deep rabbit hole, just like knives and everyday carry. But it's another thing I'm into, so maybe you'll hear more of that. But yeah, just the way the cavity is designed as well, it'll have a different sound. Like this one is deeper sounding and more hollow because it's I imagine a bigger cavity, and it probably has something to do with the keycaps, the switches, and just the way it's designed in general. But I've talked way too much about that. Mikey Daily Carry says, what's up from Hawaii Quacking Crew? So Mikey Daily Carry, waka pow, man. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. It's what, like 5 o'clock over there? Jeez. Let's see. Ian says you can switch out switches on Pixels. Yeah, it came with a keycap puller and a switch puller. So I love that extra touch. So it makes it super easy for you to open it up. So let's open it up right now so you can see what's inside. Okay. Name that switch. All right. With the stream as witness, these are the Kale Box Jades, I think, and heavies, I think. But yeah, man, you just take this keycaps puller and you stick it in there, and then you can turn it and pull it, and it pops right off. So that's what it looks like on the inside, and then you've got the same pattern on the underside of the keycap. So you can swap it in for whatever. For example, let's see this. I'm gonna pull a keycap from my own keyboard, pop it on here. Check that out. Instantly more towards the channel aesthetic. We got P for pixel and an orange escape key, because you gotta escape the prison that you're locked in at Portal, in the Portal game, because the cake is a lie. Dude, everything ties together, man. Everything ties together. But see, look, even the sound here is different. Watch, I'm hitting the P, and then I'm hitting the escape. So even the keycap influences the acoustics, right? So it's wild. It's a good time. But I'm huge into mechanical keyboards. I'm huge into fidgets and EDC now too. So this is definitely a good pickup. Have I harped on this for too long? I feel like I've harped on it for too long. Alpha Prime EDC in the house says, duh, Tifa. Okay, let's visit the poll. All right, so we've got 16% in favor of Team Aerith. Sephiroth did her wrong, man. Definitely did her wrong. But at the end of the day, it's got to go to Team Tifa. 84%. Oof. I agree. Tifa's badass. Woo. Barbarian Brownie says, I love my keyboard. So smooth. What do you got, man? What you got? Alpha Prime EDC says, Ron, let me talk with you. I want to talk your... I'm not going to say that on air, bro. I'm not going to say that. Ian says, I'm screaming about botched Portal lore. What do you mean? What botched Portal lore? I gotta know. Oh, did you hear? I do. I have two dogs. One that's 7 months old and one that's 14 years old. So they're on opposite ends of the spectrum, but it's all love. I'm definitely a dog person. When I visited Brandon at his studio in Utah, I found out that he's a cat person. I almost died. I have like severe cat allergy. Let's see. Did I miss anything up here? Mikey says, how old is that game? Portal? It's pretty old, man. Portal's pretty old. When did... Wow, I'm surprised we got through the stream without doing one field trip. Portal video game. 2007. 2007, people. That was like 16 years ago. Jesus. Ian says, Ron's getting it all wrong. The cake was a false promise at the end. Okay, I haven't played the game in like 5 years. I'm sorry, Ian. Thank you for fact checking me. The hand is Mark Bossa. Yep, I got a feeling. Mark Bossa and Christian do a lot of art for Pixel. Okay, got that feeling too. Ian says that's basically a Yoshizaki COA. Okay, got that too. Yeah, I'm going through all of Ian's corrections. Portal is a series of tests that force you to think the fourth dimensionally. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. It was an educational test, right? Like, lore-wise. Aperture is basically a testing facility. Okay, it's not a prison. It's a testing facility. Thank you. I should have consulted Portal lore before I got on this stream and spewed a bunch of nonsense about it. Yikes. Ian also says that he's old AF, so MJ to me is also always Kirsten Dunst. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I don't know, man. It's a toss-up for who did it better. To me, I don't know. Ian says, my copper pixel feels so lame compared to that Portal one. Ah, man. It's a pixel. It's all about the tactility, man. The feel. But, yeah. I saw the Portal one, I was like, okay, I have to at least try. I have to at least attempt to score. You Pimpy says, cats can't be trusted. They make way too many different sounds to be trusted and are too cute for their own good and have such sharp claws. This sounds very specific. This sounds very experience driven. Like something had to happen to you in order for you to draw these conclusions. Barbarian Brawny says, that's when we graduated high school, Ron. Yeah, I know, man. Jesus. Golly. That was a long time ago, I feel like. Ian says, I love Portal and Half-Life. Yeah, dude. Did you ever play Half-Life Alyx? It's the virtual reality offering. Half-Life 2 is probably my favorite game. Yeah, throwback as hell. Brandon says it probably helps having opposite energy levels with two dogs. I mean, I can tell you right now, if they both had high energy levels, I'd go insane. All right, that's that. They balance each other out a little bit, like. And then if there are two low energy dogs, it would just be boring. They'd just be cats. They don't interact with you whatsoever. Nah, but I love them. I love them both. The 14-year-old's been with me for 12 years, I think. Because I rescued him, so I don't know his exact age, but it's been 12 years. And we assumed he was 2. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Brandon says he graduated 23 years ago. Damn, thanks for the reminder. Oof. That sounds like a personal problem, bro. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. It's all love in here. High school doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Bug out M39 says Ian is going crazy tonight and you are fueling the fire. Hey man, I'm good with it. I'm good with the fact that this turned into a gaming nerdery, keyboard nerdery live stream. I'm good with that. Chef Rocky says, sup suckers? What's up, man? Chef Rocky, what do you cook? What do you cook, man? Yuppie says the joys of rescued puppos. Man, it's the best. I made the mistake of like when I adopted my 14-year-old dog, he was like, at the time I was like, you know what? I got some free time. I'm gonna just go check out the pound. Just go see, walk the aisles, see what's there. Biggest mistake, or best decision of my life. But who goes to a pound just to look? Nobody's just gonna look. Mr. Dennis Parker Jr. just subbed. Thank you very much, Dennis. I hope you're here to hear this. But if not, it seems like you're enjoying the content. Welcome to the Live for Purpose crew. But man, that's funny. Ian says I didn't, but I love the orange box with Portal, HL2, sequels, and TF1. I didn't buy the orange box because I had most of those games already. Or TF2, yeah, Team Fortress, yes. If I ever have like, I don't know, a week, I want to play through all the Half-Lives in chronological order. You know what I mean? Alpha Prime EDC asks, Ron, do you own a fixed blade? I think I have one here somewhere. I think I have the Pete's Pirate knife, the original one, Fixie. And I think that's the only one I have. I'm gonna be real with you, I think that's the only one I have. Although I do recall, I think I may have like a fixed one from like 511, like as a part of my like bug out backpack. But I haven't looked at that thing in a long time, let alone know if it's sharp or maintained. It's definitely not maintained because it's been in a bag for years. Brandon says GT is the best racing sim game, hands down. Forza is fun. Need for Speed, newer series is fun, but for purists, GT is the one. I learned how to drive in Gran Turismo. Extending the gaming live stream here. We're gonna be on for about 10 more minutes and we're gonna bounce out of here. But my first PlayStation, or not my first PlayStation. So Final Fantasy VII I bought with my PlayStation 1. Not PlayStation 1, original PlayStation, because later on they released like a revamped version of the PlayStation. That was the PS1. Technically it's called. But when I bought the PS2, I bought the bundle where it came with GT3. And it was the first time I had a technical racing sim. You know, I played like ridiculous stuff like NFS before, but GT3 was like, you know, with the driver, the lights, the different licenses, you had to drive through the different courses, following the lines, braking when turning. You learn the fundamentals of cornering, of entering turns, exiting turns. I learned a ton from that game, and bet money everybody my age who played GT3 or Gran Turismo at all, I'll bet money that you try to apply those turning lines every time you get on the freeway. I bet you I still do it. I'm in my SUV and I'm like I'm getting on the on ramp and I'm like, all right, I'm starting on the outside and I'm accelerating. I'm like turning onto the inside, the center of the turn, and then I'm coming out the outside of the turn and accelerating. I'm doing that every time. GT3 taught me how to drive. Super confident. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think I was fortunate enough not to have gotten into a serious accident or learn the hard way that you shouldn't be effing around. But who's leaving? Eli's leaving. Eli says, man, Ron, I love your lives. I gotta go for the night. Catch everybody on the next one. Eli, thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate your support and being here with us, hanging out. I'll see you on the next live for sure, man. Thank you. Have a good night. But oh my god, yeah, GT3. I learned how to drive in that game, man. Mikey says, my kids play with the old steering wheel controller we used when we played GT. Man, I was not lucky enough to have the GT, like the steering wheel. I played with the controller. So you lucked out, man. You got the pedals and everything. Oof. That's nice. That's nice. Alpha Prime EDC said, oh yes, I knew. I haven't seen you rock a fixie. We need to change that. Get a Joey Roman or a Tactical Pterodactyl. First of all, I love the name Tactical Pterodactyl. I think once upon a time I was like, missed opportunity, Tactodactyl. Right? Like it rolls off the tongue a little better than Tactical Pterodactyl. It's like Tactodactyl. But ooh, you Pimpy says Initial D is the GOAT. Okay, as far as racing sims go, GT takes it. It has to, because it's so in-depth and you don't have to continuously pay for it. But you gotta love those little Initial D driver's cards with your car printed on it. I drove an FD, all right? That Mazda FD. And every time I hit up Century Theaters, every time I hit up a movie theater or an arcade or Dave & Buster's or whatever, I always hit up Initial D and DDR, Dance Dance Revolution. That was my jam. I love that stuff. But Initial D was dope because, like, you know, you bring your car, it's like your own car, and then like whenever you see people driving, you see a dude like racing in Initial D, and you just like walk up all confident and shit, like you're the shit, and you put your Initial D card like on the little rail to reserve your spot. Like, I got next. I'm gonna slash you on Iro Hazuka or whatever that course was that turns. Oh my god, I rocked that for days. I spent so much money on that game. Awesome driving experience. Oh, Brandon says AE86 FTW. Hell yeah, man. I don't know, I just like the FD. It looked too cool. I was like, let's go. Brad just clipped that for the GC. God damn it. I don't even know what you clipped. Brad, you're a man of exquisite taste. Dude, I'll check it out, Brad. Joey Roman, Tactical Pterodactyl. Give me some suggestions, some recommendations. You know my carry. You know what I like. Sleek, minimal, clean. So, based on what you know about me, make a recommendation. I will judge you highly for this, though. So, if you recommend, like, trash, I'm gonna remember. I'll remember, bro. Brad says, bro, I love DDR. I used to have the controller Dance Man for PS2. Dude, next time we hang out, I'll smash you at DDR. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I love DDR. I remember the first time I played DDR was 6th grade graduation party. My 6th grade teacher, Ms. Warner, she brought a PlayStation DDR mat to the classroom and set it up. And, you know, to everyone, it was just like, you know, a party favor, like, oh, okay, cool, I'll step on some arrows or whatever. I was taken aback. And, you know, the rest of the party went, you know, we had some fun, we ate cake, we did this and that, and then everyone, like, it's like, okay, like, we're graduated, they walk out. I stayed in the classroom for like an hour. She was like, oh, I'm gonna wrap up some stuff, like, you know, did you still want to play? And I was like, yes. So after that, that was when my obsession started. And then, you know, like Initial D, every time I hit up a theater or hit up an arcade or went to Vegas and there's arcades in the casinos and stuff, I would always hit up DDR. And yeah, man, you Pimpy says DDR games now are next level. Yeah, because back then I was playing like 4th mix, 8th mix, 6th mix. I think Max Unlimited was like, yeah, Paranoia, Survivor, Max. Those are the songs that I know. Max 300, I could play that with my eyes closed. No, I can't. But I knew it. I knew everything, like the tricks. I knew it all. I was at a point where I was playing like double. So I was playing songs with 2 mats. And it's so sick, bro. Oh my god. But I bet money, yeah, I bet money DDR games now are like next level. Like you're just there. It's all motion track now, so not even the buttons are there. It's just like you moving. Like there's an arcade game that's just shuffling. You just have to shuffle. I don't know how to shuffle. I walked up there and I acted a fool. I didn't know what I was doing. Retro games are life, says Brandon, and Mia says good times. Hell yeah, dude. Throwback. I can't wait until my little ones are old enough. First thing I'm gonna do is take them to an arcade and school them at DDR, and instill the love for it right there. And then we're gonna do it big. I rock an OG Game Boy with the newbie light. Ooh, I have been meaning to get an emulator of some kind, just because I miss it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can play any Pokemon game ever or whatever on your PC. You just download the emulator and you can play. But something about like having it handheld and not having like a Nintendo Switch or something old school, something like dedicated to the emulator and just old school games like that. I've always wanted to like pick one up, so I'm considering a few. Mikey says he can't wait to play Mario Kart with the kids. Oh man. Yep. Alpha Prime ED says I hate the corner arrow DDR now. That's called Pump It Up, and I actually enjoyed it for a little bit. I think I actually enjoy it, like, because it's different. It's like a different challenge. There's 5 buttons, so the center button, center area is also another button. Drop the bomb. Damn, you're old school. Drop out. That's another one. Oh man. Isaiah says he's back. Where'd you go? I didn't even notice. Pimpy says lol, Asian shuffle equals karate. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know either. I don't do karate. Oh my lord. Let's see. Did I miss anything up here? Alpha says I love PS2. I still play Champions of Norath and Baldur's Gate. I did not play those games. I had no idea about those games. Mikey Daly is gonna hit up a luau. Alright, you're probably long gone by now, but welcome pal, brother. Have a good time at the luau. We'll catch you later. Whether it's knife or a game cartridge or an RE, we're all nerds deep down, says Eli. Yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely, I agree. What? My dealership has full-on Mario set arcade games where you sit in the seat and drive. That's awesome. I wish the dealerships I went to had some cool stuff like that. Brandon says it's a brick, but still fun. Strictly out of nostalgia alone, I can sit down and lose track of time on Tetris for hours. Wow, that's super throwback. I don't know if I can do that. Like, I'm old school, but like, I don't think I'm like NES old school. You know what I mean? Like, I go as far back as like SNES. I think PlayStation was my first console, and then SNES, I emulated afterwards. Anyone know ZSNES? I used that as my emulator. Played like Super Metroid and all that stuff on my computer. That was fun. But Brandon says, has anyone gone back and played Super Mario 3 and realized you were better at it as a kid? Have you done like half the things we do now and realized that you were better at it as a kid? Because I've done that. I'm over here in the gym lifting and I was like, man, I was better at this as a kid. I'm like feeling everything now, man. Oh man. Isaiah says, oh man, my feelings are hurt. You didn't even notice me leave. Lol, I was gone for like 20 minutes. Look at it this way, Isaiah. I felt your aura and your energy here the whole time. So I didn't notice you leave because it was like you were here all along. Was that too corny? My bad, dude. My bad. Glad to have you back though. Just in time to close out the stream. Mikey says, Brad, I guess I'll have to come buy my next Raptor from you. Man, you have a Raptor? That's right. Oh, I want a Raptor, but gas here is like $5.50. It's crazy. Mia says, N64 was yours. Man, I wanted an N64 so bad. The first like 3D console. I wanted one so bad. I strictly stayed with PlayStation for whatever reason. Like, I think I enjoyed RPGs better because at that time, Final Fantasy was only like a PlayStation exclusive for a long time. And so, and all the other games and other genres were like, you know, fighting games, and I wasn't really into fighters back then. Oh man, Evan Leong in the house. B-Monk as a kid. What's up, man? Thank you for stopping by. Fun fact, I like basically grew up with Evan. Went to high school with that man. Good times, good times. Thank you for coming out and supporting, dude. Ninth Chamber says, Brandon, what was the vampire game for OG Game Boy? What, Castlevania? Are you talking about Castlevania? Jesus. So old. Galaga was fun. I only got to play Galaga at like laundromats. And I think my laundromat experience was highly defined by Marvel vs. Capcom. I really enjoyed that even though I sucked at it. I didn't know how to combo. I didn't know how to like continue my supers or anything. But I loved playing as Wolverine and Spidey. That was my lineup. Sometimes I would switch out like Wolvie and Ryu, but most of the times it was Spidey and Wolverine. But all right, y'all, it's 8:32. We're gonna close it out for tonight. Thank you for joining me on this epic unboxing. We covered the Data Crew Sling, first ever, never before seen. Maybe you saw it yesterday, but you can stick a ton of patches in there. The pre-order, you might be able to get a few more on pre-order. I think he said Lo said there was 4 left. We also unboxed some Castle Grayscale patches, and finally we unboxed this little guy, the Portal Pixel Alt F, and it's a good one. It's a good one. Anyway, guys, this was fun. Sick throwback, talking about old school arcade games, DDR, Gran Turismo. Luke EDC says, peace out, everyone. Have a great weekend. Exactly. Take care, you guys. Live with purpose. Enjoy the 4th. Happy 4th if you celebrate it, and have a great weekend. We'll catch you guys on the next live stream. We got the giveaway coming up real soon, so stay tuned for that. All right. Take care, guys.